Welcome to the College of New Jersey Center for the Arts. As a courtesy to those on stage and your fellow patrons, please turn off all electronic devices at this time. Use of cameras, mobile phones, and recording equipment is strictly prohibited. Please note that food and drink are not permitted in our performance venues. Aisles, exits, and doorways must remain clear at all times. Please take a moment to locate the emergency exits, which are indicated with illuminated signs, and find your way to the nearest accessible exit in the event of an emergency or power failure. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome, everyone. As everyone's being so nicely attentive and quiet, I just wanted to let you know that we are getting started in 5 minutes. We did have a critical person of the team hit a little traffic in North Jersey, so we'll get started in 5 minutes. Welcome to the 2024 Mayo Business Plan Competition. Tonight, 3 finalist teams will present. Each team will have 30 minutes for their presentation, where the judges may interrupt them with questions at any time. Once all teams have presented, the judges will go to a secured location and deliberate, and then come back to announce the winner. Our judges this evening, whom are all alumni, are Gloria Weisberg, Trenton State College alum, 1978, and Senior Vice President and Treasury Management Sales Consultant with Wells Fargo, also serving as chair of our judges group. Robert Gregoff, TCNJ 1994, and founder and Senior Wealth Manager of Roche Financial Partners, LLC. Caitlin Kolchinsky, TCNJ 2014, and manager at Mercadian Certified Public Accountants. Steve Molino. Steve is a 2012 graduate and a principal at Clear Current Capital. And last but not least, Brendan Shear. Brendan is a 2010 alum and a senior associate at Edison Partners. Thank you all for being here. Just a few housekeeping notes, as always. Please place all your cell phones on silent. Also, there's no food or drink allowed in this lovely room, and we do appreciate your consideration. Before we begin, I would also like to give a special thanks to Dr. Herbert Buddy Mayo for establishing and continuing to support the Mayo Business Plan Competition. Without further ado, we will begin with our first team, which is Girls Got Your Back.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're thrilled to introduce to you Girls Got Your Back, the women's app for mini emergencies. Ladies, have you ever found yourself in a pinch when you're on the go? Whether it be the sudden need for a feminine hygiene product, a charger when you're studying late on campus, or just that one essential item, Girls Got Your Back is here to swoop in and save the day. Picture this. You're in a tight spot, realizing you've left your charger behind and your laptop is about to die. But you don't panic, because you whip out Girls Got Your Back and you put in a request for help. Within moments, a fellow user responds to your request, offering to meet you nearby and exchange the charger. What started as a simple request evolved into a meaningful connection, demonstrating the power of community. Girls Got Your Back is more than just an app. We believe in the power of female solidarity and the transformative power of lending a hand. Over the past few weeks, we've reached out to renowned brands, college campuses, and many of our target users to gather feedback to support our mission. We're so excited to introduce to you Girls Got Your Back and welcoming you to our community. One moment, please. Oh, perfect. A little bit about us. She plugged in. All right, we might have to do this manually. My name is Olivia Chirella, and I'm a junior communications major at the College of New Jersey. I have 2 minors in marketing and leadership.
My name is Madeline Slifer. I'm a senior marketing major at the College of New Jersey, and I'm the COO of Girls Got Your Back.
My name is Tatiana Salka, and I'm a junior marketing major with a minor in IST, and I'm the CMO of Girls Got Your Back.
Hi, my name is Tori De Silva. I'm a junior finance major, and I am the CFO of Girls Got Your Back.
A little bit of an overview about our app. Here are some service features about our app. At its core, Girls Got Your Back is a product sharing hub where women can share their products with those who need them more. Up there, you'll see our request, where you can see our ongoing requests and the requests of other users on the app. You'll also find our GPS locator, which will show you exactly where somebody is on campus that might need your help. One of the best parts about our app is our reward system. For every good deed, you'll accumulate points, and those points can be redeemed for products from our esteemed sponsors, as well as gift cards and coupons.
Now for our operating plan. Before our first year in operations, we will register Girls Got Your Back as a limited liability company. Our decision to pursue LLC status was due to the limited personal liability benefits and to establish credibility within our future users and future partners. We will hire Ethan Weiss, a junior computer science major, to help us maintain and develop our application. As a team, we have also decided on creating a compliance manual. In our first section, we cover data privacy and security. Girls Got Your Back is committed to conducting periodic compliance audits to ensure that our website and application is up to industry standards. We also will protect client information on Google, a cloud-based platform. In our second section, we cover user controls and privacy. Here we outline access controls and mechanisms to ensure that only authorized users are able to perform specific actions on our application and website and can only access private data. We also note that all users must have an EDU email to be able to sign up on our application and website to ensure that our services are only available for college students. In our third section, we cover periodic review and record keeping. Here, we outline the importance of recording important documents like financial transactions and also maintaining meeting minutes to ensure that we can review yearly and grow. In our last section, we cover the legal and regulatory framework. Here in this section, we touch upon some important laws, industry standards, and regulations that are applicable to our services and application. We also note that all users, when signing up on our application and website, must sign a virtual liability waiver once getting into our app and our website. Judges, I have attached a hard copy of this liability waiver along with a hard copy of our compliance manual in your packets. This virtual liability waiver educates our users on the potential risks of using our services. For our application will be compatible with iOS and Android, and our website, created on WordPress, will be compatible with various web browsers. Our site's domain will be www.girlsgotyourback.com. As a part of our operations plan, we plan to collaborate with brands and schools. In our first year of operations, we will start off at the College of New Jersey, and eventually we will reach Rider, Rowan, Princeton University, and others. We have decided on meeting with some schools to validate our service market fit, and in doing so, we have received positive feedback. One notable testimonial that we have received was from the coordinator of Greek life at TCNJ, Caitlin, who in her longer testimonial affirms that Girls Got Your Back would be a wonderful resource for girls to rely on each other in times of support. Getting positive feedback helps reinforcing our value and the belief that our service brings to college campuses. Our first-year partnerships include L'Oreal, the Little Words Project, and Julie, an emergency contraceptive brand. With these partnerships, these brands are effectively able to reach their target market, thereby enhancing brand visibility and maximizing their marketing impact. Together, with these brands and with these schools, we are poised to make a positive impact on all college campuses.
In our first year, we hope to introduce our ambassador program. The women on this screen believe in this mission and are willing to be our ambassadors for the first year. The ambassadors will be responsible for creating content to post on their personal social media platforms, as well as for us to post on our social media platforms. They will also be responsible for hosting launch events and events on campuses to create content about our brand.
Now, moving on to our second year in operations, we plan to extend our services to Ramapo, Seton Hall University, and Monmouth University. Our additional brand partnerships will include Midol, a pain reliever for menstrual cramps, August, an organic period product brand, and Girl By, a natural UTI prevention brand. We wanted to note a notable testimonial from Girl By, Kendall, who affirms that Girl Buys products align perfectly with our vision, making this a mutually beneficial partnership. The positive feedback that we have received from our future partners helps increase our confidence in our ability to grow alongside our partnerships. In our third year of operations, we will extend to Rutgers, New Brunswick, Montclair, and Stockton University, and we will increase our partnerships to Advil, Honey Pot, and Not Your Mother's. We understand that some of these future schools are a little bit bigger than our initial colleges that we're reaching. However, we are extremely confident in our ability to reach a larger student body population thanks to our positive initiatives to girls in colleges and thanks to our positive marketing impact that we have that we will dive deeper into later on in the presentation.
In our third year of operations, we hope to introduce our influencer plan. These digital communities are going to help us reach those influencers so we can get them to create content with us, and they will also be receiving a free subscription so they can try it out for themselves and spread the good word about all that we're doing.
To conclude our operations plan, by our fourth year in operations, we hope to realize national expansion, reaching 40 total universities, and by our fifth year in operations, doubling it to 80. Our ultimate goal is to achieve a comprehensive campus coverage, reaching all major universities in the United States, and we are confident in our ability to do so as we cultivate new collaborations and nurture our existing partnerships. One initiative to nurture our existing partnerships includes sending surveys and check-ins to our existing partners to ensure of mutual satisfaction.
Up here, you'll see our student testimonials, which is very important to us. This is proof that our app has potential on college campuses. The people on this board know their campus better than anyone, and we think they are the perfect people to share a testimony about these apps, our app.
So now moving on to our market analysis. Our market holds significant potential as it appeals to women throughout the nation. There are currently 8.3 million women enrolled in colleges throughout the United States, and 168 individuals who engage on social media on the daily. All of these individuals are potential users of Girls Got Your Back. Our target market consists of individuals who are looking for a community where they could receive practical and immediate assistance when finding themselves in many emergencies. Our ideal user prioritizes convenience, community support, and empowerment. By going to the colleges we plan to operate within our first 5 years, we sent out a survey, and out of the 65% of the females that we surveyed, we believe that they will download our app and be active users of this platform. Like I previously said, in order to gain a better understanding of the individuals we plan on interacting with our app, we sent out a survey to the campuses we plan to partner with. We received 168 responses, with 97% being our target market, those being she, her identifying individuals. Out of that 97%, 89.2% said that they wish that they had a platform like Girls Got Your Back on their campus. Out of that 89.2%, over half of them stated that they would even be interested in having a platform for a low subscription fee. However, on the contrary, 95.8% said that if a reward system was implemented within the app, that they would be willing to pay a low subscription fee. Narrowing in at the college that we first planned to launch our app, that being the College of New Jersey, 92% of the females that took our survey that were from the College of New Jersey stated that they wished that they had a platform like Girls Got Your Back on their campus. Out of that 92%, we predict that 2,665 individuals out of the 4,099 females that are enrolled on campus today would actively use our app and download it. So what really stands out about Girls Got Your Back is our competitive advantage. Girls Got Your Back is placed in an untouched market with no direct competitors. Although there are very few indirect competitors, we have a focused differentiation strategy that allows us to have a very specific market that not many people have touched. So as you can see from our chart, the first indirect competitors that we deal with are Yik Yak and Fizz. So Yik Yak and Fizz are community-based apps that allow users to post anonymous content within a specific geographic radius. These users are required to use their university email in order for the apps to stay reliable within college campuses. In addition, these apps employ a reward system where users receive points when interacting with the app. However, these apps pose little threat to Girls Got Your Back, as they do not take away the effect of women supporting women. In addition, our point system is redeemable. For the points you receive, you will be able to redeem them for gift cards or other points and discounts from the brands that we sponsor with. In addition, the next category of indirect competitors that our app faces are delivery services like Amazon, Uber, and Postmates. These companies are competitors because they provide an item when you need it and you don't have it on hand. However, Girls Got Your Back can be more convenient, beneficial, and quicker. For instance, say you're at the library and you don't have a charger. Yes, you could go on Amazon, Postmates, Uber, and order one, but why would you order another one when you have one at home already? You could go on Girls Got Your Back and see if anyone around you has a charger that they would be willing to lend to you. All these are very indirect competitors, but none of them take the same benefits that Girls Got Your Back employs. And lastly, our implementation methods. So within our first year, we really plan to implement Girls Got Your Back on social media. So we have created accounts on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And we have created an account where we could allow users to post testimonials, success stories, connect with others, and really just get our story across. In addition, we plan to have our ambassadors and influencers use our hashtag #GirlsGotYourBack in order to create a brand awareness and a sense of cohesivity throughout our various platforms. In addition, not everyone uses all these platforms, so we plan to make sure to all the content that we post on one platform is cohesive throughout, just so everyone could see exactly what we're posting. And lastly, throughout our ambassador program, we plan to attend ambassador events, and within these events, we hope to hand out goodies from brands that we are partnering with, and in addition, the 4 of us will attend these events and speak on what our mission statement is, on how this app is truly for women supporting women.
All right, so now we're gonna switch over and take a look at our financials. So as you can see from our income statement, we source our revenue from 2 different places. So we have revenue from our advertisements and also our subscriptions. So to break down our advertisement, each sponsor will have to pay a $5,000 upfront fee to partner with our app. In the first year, since we have 3 sponsors, we're looking at $15,000. In the second year, 6, which equals $30,000. And in the third year, we have 9, which is $45,000. For our subscription revenue, we project that 65% will download our app and that 60% will actively pay for a $3 subscription for 12 months. So before churn, this is about $100K for the first year. We have also projected a 30% churn rate. We have also projected a 30% churn rate, and after this, we're looking at about $70,000 for the first year. So to keep our churn rate low, we have decided to implement 2 payment options. So the first payment option is to pay $3 monthly, and then the second payment option is to do a one-time payment of $18 that gives you a 6-month subscription. An incentive to pick the second option is our loyalty package. Judges, if you look in your judges packet, there's actually a little cloth bag that says Little Words Project. Inside is a custom-made bracelet that says "Got Your Back" on it that has been gifted to us from the Little Words Project. These bracelets retail at about $30 a bracelet.
Just really quickly, I have a question. On the 30% churn, can you just walk me through where you got that number, how you came to 30%?
Yeah, of course. So we did extensive research, and we have concluded that our app kind of falls into a bunch of different categories since we do provide so many different things. Like, it's not social media, it's not a marketplace. So we picked this conservative number throughout all that research. Oh, wait, no, say, okay. So before we even start generating any revenue, all 4 of us as a team have decided to put in our own personal contribution of $7,500 each. This will completely cover the cost of developing our app and our website. That total is $22,500, which will be paid to Ethan Wise, who is a fellow student here at TCNJ. In addition to that, every other year we will pay him $5,700 to make sure our app is running smoothly. One of our biggest expenses is the App Store fees. So both Google Play and the Apple App Store charge a 30% fee on all subscription-based revenues. In addition to that, we have included an expense for advertising and promotional items so that we can better promote our app. So in this, we include campus events, gift cards, giveaways, etc. Now to take a quick look at our statement of cash flows. As you can see, we have a scholarships payable. This is a $3,000 scholarship that will be going to our ambassadors. So this is applicable to the following academic year.
All right. So the impact of prize money. Winning this prize money would mean tremendous things for our app. We plan to use 60% of it for marketing and advertising. This would help us go to those colleges and appear at events, and it would help those events be engaging so more people download our app. We also hope to use 25% of it for software enhancement. We recognize that TCNJ is not like every college campus. When we were talking to Rutgers, we've encountered the problems that happen there, so we intend to use this money to research and to better our app so that it fits every college campus, not just one model. We also hope to use 10% for expansion, so we can go nationwide and even globally. And like I said, we hope to use 5% for research, so we can research different ways to contact college students and get them on board. The future of Girls Got Your Back. Girls Got Your Back has a bright future, and we're all subscribed to it. We know that college students across the nation need our app, and we hope to reach every single one of them. NASPA is a college student affairs conference that professionals go to, and we hope to reach them by going to these conferences and showing up for them. We also hope to enhance our data and privacy security features to make sure that everyone who's using our app is feeling like their information is being kept safe. We also hope to go globally. Like I said, every woman across the nation, I'm sure, has these issues, and we want to reach them just as much as we want to reach the colleges in America. And lastly, we hope to reach influencers who have a larger reach and also speak to those college students and those demographics. As always, we'd like to thank you all for being here tonight and remind you that we've got your back. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Girls Got Your Back. The next team is Golden Connections. They'll be with us in just a moment.
So clicker's good? Yes. Okay.
Thank you. First, I want to take this opportunity to thank the judges for this amazing opportunity to share with you all today. Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to present to you today Golden Connections, a health and wellness caregiver platform designed to meet the specialized needs of senior caregivers. I would like you to meet the Golden team. My name is Lauren Cunningham, and these are my co-founders, Sangam Shivaprasad and Emaru Tay. This platform means so much to us, and that is why we would like to introduce you to Sandra. Sandra is an 80-year-old grandmother who lives alone in her New York City apartment. Once an independent business owner, Sandra now faces the challenges of early-stage dementia. Her daughter, though deeply invested in her care, lives 45 minutes away. Beyond the physical distance, attempts to check in are often met with resistance and frustration, leaving everyone with increased amounts of stress, unease, and guilt. Enter Grace. Grace is a customizable AI concierge and is the centerpiece to Golden Connections. Grace will call Sandra to remind her that she has an appointment tomorrow and that she is to fast for that appointment. Or another call from Grace can also serve as a general check-in to Sandra's well-being. Grace serves as a bridge for caregivers, assisting with reminders, providing daily check-in calls, as well as providing a sense of security between both the caregiver and the senior. This is my family's story. Sandra is my Grammy, and her, along with 90% of other seniors, have zero interest in moving out of their apartments that they live in, they feel comfort within, and they raise a family within. My mom is her sole caregiver, but also works as a busy realtor at home. This, unfortunately, is not a unique story, as it is something that my team members, along with millions of others, resonate with. In fact, there is an estimated 65 million working-age senior caregivers in the United States alone who have overwhelming care responsibilities. This could be your story. Thus, a platform such as Golden Connections can provide my mom and other caregivers with a sense of care community, as well as alleviating some of the more mundane caregiving tasks. We invite you on a journey where technology meets compassion, where autonomy meets care, and where the essence of home is preserved. Golden Connections, with its AI-powered assistant Grace, stands as a beacon of hope for families seeking support in this delicate dance of aging in place. Now, I would like to pass it off to Sungam to take you through our market and development.
Thank you, Lauren, for sharing your story and for allowing so many of us to realize that we share similar experiences. Now, I want to take you all into a little bit about our target market. The Surgeon General is calling for new and improved solutions for senior care, noting that existing solutions are failing seniors and caregivers. The CDC estimates that around 24% of working adults, or 65 million individuals, struggle with caregiving tasks. They note increased levels of chronic health conditions, chronic stress, and insufficient sleep. They spend over $500 a month and devote over 26 hours per week to care for their loved ones. The CDC, NIH, AARP, and Mayo Clinic all provide studies that back this information. The impact on caregivers is monumental, secondary to their productivity and work performance. There was an average of $44 billion lost in the workforce because of these caregiving responsibilities. That is why our primary target market are employee assistance programs and elder care partnerships. As noted, our primary target market are employee assistance programs, but our primary users are the 14.5 million individuals aged 45 to 65 who spend over 20 hours a week caring for their loved ones and who have an interest in healthcare apps. It is our mission at Golden Connections to improve the quality of life of caregivers by giving them an integrated, community-based platform where we can help them find time, support, and peace of mind. Golden Connections will operate in the elder tech market, which is valued to exceed over $82 billion by 2030. Our core focus revolves around the senior caregiver and cognitive care subsectors, aiming to enrich the lives of both seniors and their caregivers. Imagine the possibilities: improved health outcomes, enhanced independence, seamless communication, and accessible information. It's about creating a holistic support system that benefits everybody involved. It is important to note that there is some competition, but a lot of this competition is focused on clinical settings. So Canary Speech, for example, utilizes speech and language biomarkers. Elder 411 uses a community forum and calendar features. But there is yet to be an application on the market that incorporates all of these features into one. So we came to bridge this gap. We wanted to incorporate customizable check-in calls, AI assistance, and a community forum all into one feature and have a more consumer-facing initiative as opposed to a clinical setting. Through extensive research, we found 5 critical pain points, the first one being rising costs. A recent New York Times article stated that there has been a 12% increase in the cost of nursing home facilities. Families will have to spend an average of $7,000 to $13,000 per month just to place their loved ones in these nursing homes. Our solution to this is to focus on an age-in-place strategy. We want seniors to be able to age in their own homes peacefully and happily, and to reduce the financial burdens of their caregivers. Our second pain point was a fragmented caregiving ecosystem, and our solution to this is the Golden Connections platform approach. If you turn your attention to the screen, you'll be able to see our landing page. This is where we have incorporated all those features that I was mentioning before into one seamless platform. So we have reports, community, and calendar functions. A little bit into our calendar and reminders. Calendar and reminders are crucial for caregivers, especially when they're caring for more than one individual. So they can easily schedule care calls, they can send push notifications and reminders, and this is perfect because with the ability to oversee up to 4 individuals, this will allow them to have time, peace of mind, and support. Our third pain point is a lack of emotional support and uncertainty, and our solution to this is a community forum.
Excuse me, on the last slide, just confirming, the users of the app are the caregivers and not the seniors, right?
Yes. A community forum. So for example, my grandfather who lives in Los Angeles struggles with Alzheimer's. My mom who lives here in New Jersey is always trying to find him doctors because he is unable to do that himself. So she can simply go onto the community forum and say, are there any cardiologists or gastroenterologists in the area? And those people are able to respond. So this provides a sense of community for my mom, knowing that my grandfather has a community around him that she can easily access. Our fourth pain point is a limited access to specialized services, and our solution to this is GRACE and third-party integration. In future sprints, we hope to bring together third-party integrations such as rideshare, grocery and delivery services, wearable devices, and fall detection sensors. Our fifth and final pain point is overwhelming cognitive changes. It's very difficult for a caregiver to be able to pick up on the cognitive changes that their senior is showing daily. So Grace will come in and she will call the senior when she is advised to, and she will pick up on those cognitive changes and create a care report. Those care reports will say that, let's say my grandfather, he ate his food today, he took his medication, but there may be some cognitive changes. So she will provide health insights and put it into one care report that is all HIPAA compliant, so nobody will access the information other than the caregiver. Now, I want to pass the microphone to Emma to talk to you a little bit more about speech and language biomarkers, as well as go-to-market.
Thank you, Sangam. As you saw in our competitive analysis charts, there are many companies vying for a spot in this market. However, all of them falling short, missing key pieces to this puzzle. And this is exactly where Golden Connections plans to shine. Based on many conversations that we've had with our mentors, along with my experience in biomarkers at Johnson & Johnson, we believe that there are no senior caregiving apps that utilize speech and language biomarkers to predict health insights. So speech and language biomarkers have the ability to detect someone's voice just by them speaking. For example, like I am right now. They can extract information from my voice to then predict my cognition. So things like my hesitation or the change in my pitch, my vibrations of my voice. These things that the human ears cannot detect, speech and language biomarkers can. And it can give me a better idea of my cognitive state, whether that is my stress and anxiety levels or early insights on dementia and Alzheimer's. The best part about speech and language biomarkers is that they have the ability to detect anywhere, anytime, on anyone. Now, recently we've had conversations with a specialist in the field who noted that there are no consumer-facing alternatives. They're all clinically driven, and he also noted the importance of trying to find these consumer-facing alternatives. So now I would like to turn your attention to our go-to-market and operational plan. Our operational plan consists of a 24-month agile go-to-market strategy that consists of a series of sprints. We are using these sprints because it is extremely common in this field, and we believe it will get us to our launch time very efficiently. So, as a customary, we've developed several Gantt charts. These Gantt charts depict our objectives and milestones all throughout the same 3 pillars of our company, product, and market. So, just to take a quick look into our product deep dive, this gives a bit of a clear understanding of what these sprints are. So, they all have their own focuses and own goals throughout. We also understand that it is not just building these sprints, but instead it is a mindset with defined roles, lean practices, points of reflection and integration all throughout. It also puts our consumers at the center of our development, ensuring for continual testing and iteration.
Hi, okay. So on this, so I'd love to understand, I don't know if it's in the first sprint or the second sprint, but I really love to understand the build out of Grace, how you're doing that, if you're planning to do that in-house by hiring someone who's a specialist in the speech biomarker space, or if you're using a third party, or how you've thought about that.
Yes, so we have addressed your feedback. Would talk about that later on in the presentation regarding hiring a CTO. And after tons of consultations in this area, we believe that we would hire a consultant CTO and then work with a development shop. So I've actually been in contact with an individual from New Age Sys IT, which is a system and app developer in the Princeton area, where we have been given word in regards to the future development of Golden Connections. So we would start on these sprints working on the most basic level, so the onboarding process. And then afterwards, we would get into more complex features regarding Grace, her care reports, the AI, and everything like that. This AI is going to constantly be iterated and built out all throughout these sprints with continual testing and iteration. Now, as for years 2 and 3, we made similar Gantt charts. However, they are a bit more broad, staying in that agile development plan. Now, of particular note and importance to our build-up to our launch is the development of these EAP case studies. So we have had several conversations since our semifinal rounds with Penn Medicine EAP. Here it was determined that having these strong database case studies is critical to securing these EAP clients. We need to be able to provide basically proof for this positive productivity impact of Golden Connections. We would do this using a pre-test, post-test design. This is something very relevant in HR and EAP fields. It would be a health and work performance questionnaire. Here are the 3 places where our assessment and sample questions on the screen. Now, looking into the future and talking about product build out, I want to say that in the future, we are planning on integrating third-party applications, as Sangam briefly went into, in versions 2, 3, and beyond for Golden Connections, where we have fall detection, rideshare services, grocery services, and so many more. Now I'm going to let Lauren take it right back to talk more about our launch and entry strategy.
Thanks, Emma. Based on feedback, advisory calls, and additional research that we have done, we have decided to shift our entry approach, focusing simultaneously on employee assistance programs as well as elder care partnerships. We have decided to use this dual-sided approach because although EAPs look as a strong entry point, we believe the scale and traction process could be slower. Whereas elder care partnerships, we see building relationships with consultants could be a quicker process, but we have to realize that this market is highly fragmented and dense. To give you a little bit more clarity on our 2 markets, diving into our EAP approach. EAPA suggests that every dollar spent on caregiving resources, companies can secure $6 back in productivity, reinforcing a strong entry point. Additionally, given that 79% of companies have some type of EAP offering and that there are only 413 EAP providers across the United States, we believe we can scale quickly, build traction, and build strong case studies and test market data. Diving into our EAP approach, we know this is a difficult market to build scale. As you can see on the screen, there are over 400 aging facilities just in the state of New Jersey, as well as over 115 geriatric care managers. Through this dual-sided approach, we are able to have shared marketing spend as well as different advantages. Given this two-pronged approach and our interest in a slow, controlled build-out, we have been advised to use a geographic 2-year wave rollout method as most appropriate. Our sales market will expand geographically, starting in the Princeton-Mercer County area, moving on to the tri-state, and by wave 5, we are poised for a national presence. With this controlled build-out, we are able to see how our market EAPs and EPs react to our tools' messaging, as well as examine churn rates, customer and client feedback, third-party integration, and ultimately strengthen loyalty as we build relationships and support caregivers. Now moving on, marketing and sales will be key to our success at Golden Connections. Golden Connections' marketing strategy is based on our commitment to giving caregivers time, support, and peace of mind, and is built around the idea that caregiving can be made more affordable and enjoyable with technology-enabled tools. Our marketing toolkit consists of 4 tactical execution pieces: owned media, sales, speaker events, and paid advertising. With this marketing toolkit, we are poised to reach EAPs, EPs, and caregivers where they are and provide them with the support that they need, empowering caregivers one connection at a time. Importantly, owned media and a curated content schedule is important in building an early market development in year 1. Here's an example of a LinkedIn post that we have already curated for Golden Connections. Seeding LinkedIn EAP and HR markets are very important as we want to have companies recognize Golden Connections before we launch. Now onto our second tactic, sales and email marketing. I just want to dive into more of an email-based sales funnel that will be important on both of our 2 entry approaches. Basically, we will start by casting a wide net, sending an email with product highlights and key benefits about Golden Connections to EAP directors, HR managers, and EP representatives. We have spoken to a mentor, and we believe that this is the most cost-efficient and appropriate approach. We will be able to use CRM software such as Crunchbase and Instantly AI to cast and send out 100,000 emails weekly for just $50 a month. Now, moving on to our last 2 tactics. First, starting out with speaker events. We will be starting off with local speaker events such as SHRM and EAPA trade shows and conferences, and then by years 2 and 3, we will both start demoing our product. In year 1, we will just start attending these events and talking about Golden Connections, but then by years 2 and 3, we will be demoing our product. Also, our last tactic consists of paid advertising. We will be utilizing social media as well as industry-specific publications such as SHRM newsletter. Now, I will pass back the mic to Emma to take you through our financial highlights and conclude our presentation.
Thank you, Lauren. This slide just depicts our financial overview for our first 2 years, where we are planning to spend $380,000. In year 1, we are anticipating the $30,000 from the Mayo Business Plan Competition and an additional $100,000 from a family and friend fundraise. Here is a brief breakdown where we use the same pillars we did in our Gantt charts of company, product, and market. In year 2, we are anticipating an additional $250,000 from venture capital, grants, and angel investors. Again, using the same breakdown, we plan to expand our company, expand our market, and further the development of our AI and ML. Now, I already addressed the feedback regarding the CTO. We've also had 3 of our key mentors agree to working with us at no cost for our first 2 years in return of 2% equity by year 3. Then, in year 3, we launched Golden Connections. Anticipating we reach 14,000 consumers and 0.1% of our EAP employees, we are expecting $1.2 million in revenue in our first year. Now, noting this, I want to bring us back to our pricing model, which has significantly changed since semifinals, specifically our EAP pricing. Like I mentioned, we had conversations with Penn Medicine EAP, where we learned a lot more about their pricing strategies and how they buy these offerings for all their employees, irrespective of their use of the app or offering. Now, that's why they sell it at an extremely low price. So we are taking an extremely conservative approach where we would earn $2 per employee. This competition has given myself and my group members.
Sorry, just really quickly on the pricing, the $2 per employee, I understand that's a low dollar amount per employee, but did you talk to anyone to understand how that fits into an EAP's overall annual budget for any type of employee offering?
Are you saying how?
So let's say that equals, with all the employees, 15 grand a year for this product. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a lot or a little, depending on their budget that they allocate towards individual offerings?
I mean, we plan to, being all TCNJ students, work with TCNJ's organization first, as they don't have something of this sort. Also, we have connections at Weichert that we plan to provide information regarding our case studies, like I talked about before, so that we are showing this positive productivity impact of Golden Connections. That way they understand when giving us the $2 or when buying this offering for $2 per employee, exactly what they're getting, a positivity, more presenteeism, more productivity in their employees. This competition has given myself and my group members the opportunity to find a market gap and address their problems. We have met with several mentors that have helped us reach a reachable solution, and we believe that we're ready to hit the ground running with the help of the Mayo Business Plan Competition. We think this will act as a springboard into a future with Golden Connections. As I conclude our presentation, we would like to express our gratitude to everyone for joining us tonight. And we would like to leave you with a gentle reminder that when the challenges of caregiving seem insurmountable, to give yourself grace. Thank you again, and we're open to any additional questions.
Hi, we're open to any questions now. No questions? Okay. Thank you so much again.
All right, our third team is Second Chance Thrift.
Team, you have to use the microphone, please.
Mic check? Okay. Thank you. All right, so we want to challenge material waste. So like I said, our society has the tendency to overproduce and overconsume. And because of this, we have created environmental tragedies around our globe. One example is the fashion or Atacama Desert in Chile. Now, every year, billions and billions of pounds of clothing, many brand new, are dumped in this location because of the overproduction of textile goods and our participation in fast fashion trends. We've also created the global garbage crisis. So all around the world, landfills are capping out at the amount of garbage that they are now able to hold. A third example is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. This is a massive garbage floating in the Pacific Ocean comparable to the size of the state of Texas. Now, these environmental tragedies are not so far removed from us as we may believe. College move-out day is notorious for piles and piles of furniture, clothing, school supplies, household items lining the streets of American colleges and universities as students like us move out of our apartments, our dorms, and back into our homes after the end of the academic school year. The second form of waste that we want to challenge is financial waste. So as you can see in these graphs, and I'm sure in your own personal experiences, inflation is high, things are expensive. Between 2014 and 2022, the US inflation rate skyrocketed nearly 400%. Now it has gone down since then, peaking at 9% in 2022 to now 3.15% in 2024. However, this is still well above the Federal Reserve's goal of 2.7%. And this can make it expensive for many to afford essentials like clothing and furniture. In response to this, we want to create spaces for sustainable shopping and second chances for items throughout our state of New Jersey and eventually for our nation. We envision a future where sustainable fashion and consumption are the norm, and we can all make a conscious decision to prioritize our planet without having to compromise affordability. At Second Chance, we give clothing, furniture, and more a second chance to be cherished and used by another person. We encourage sustainable practices while providing affordable items for and giving back to our college and Mercer County communities. We'll be located in Campus Town, just a few hundred feet off of the College of New Jersey's campus. This makes us walking accessible to TCNJ students. Campus Town is also a popular spot for locals to dine, shop, and spend their recreational time, and we look forward to serving both of these communities. Now, we want to be the first team in this competition's history to make our plan a reality. So we've been in contact with Anthony from the PRC group that leases the retail spaces in Campus Town. We're currently seeking to lease a 2,000 square foot space in Campus Town's building 500. In addition to the store space, we will be renting out a storage unit where we'll house our larger furniture items that we're not able to fit in our store. These include bed frames, larger desks, and things like that. We'll be operating on a 6-day schedule between Tuesday and Sunday within the prime shopping hours of 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. And our business will be in the form of a private operating 501c3 foundation.
As you can see, we are the three founders of Second Chance. Myself, Dylan Romansky, the manager of finances, Kaylee Faith Cortesano, our operations manager, and Alex Fabiano, our sales and marketing manager. And judges, we've appreciated your feedback that we should be raising our annual salary budget, so we have done so by raising our annual year 1 and year 2 salary budget to $63,000 for the three of us, and then our year 3 annual budget to $104,000. Now, if need be, if we do need to raise this again, We have a calculated profit margin, which I will go over later, of 26% average for the first 3 years, meaning that the salaries can be increased if we feel they need to be.
Now on to what we do. So as I previously mentioned, we sell secondhand items. The majority of our inventory can fit into these main 3 categories: clothes, shoes, and accessories, furniture, and household items. Now on our sides, you can see examples of what our inventory may look like. Dylan will explain further in our presentation, but we plan to source our inventory mainly based on donations. So our inventory will change week to week based on the donations that we receive. In addition, we plan to have a limited line of branded merchandise. This includes laptop stickers sporting our name and slogan, as well as upcycled t-shirts and tote bags. Now, we would like to provide you judges with samples of our branded merchandise, which Alex will hand out to you. The materials for our upcycled totes and t-shirts will be sourced secondhand, following the ideas in Bill McDonough's book, The Upcycle, which emphasize reuse and regeneration.
As Kaylee mentioned, we will be sourcing the majority of our inventory for free, and this will be by means primarily of donations from individuals, garbage day pickups, and Facebook Marketplace postings. Now, of course, we understand that not everything will come for free, and we will be needing to purchase some of additional inventory, so we've decided to allot ourselves an additional $4,000 annual budget to source more inventory. This budget will be primarily used for bulk center bin sales. Now, these are when department stores and warehouses want to give away excess or unwanted inventory, and they do so by selling pounds upon pounds of clothes for just pennies on the dollar, meaning that, of course, Second Chance will be able to purchase a lot of additional inventory every year just from these sales. Here we have the Second Chance virtual donation appointment form. The point of this form is to provide a seamless and simple donation appointment for any individual that wishes to donate to Second Chance. This will be advertised on our social medias as well as our website, and individuals can pick a date to have a Second Chance team member for free pick up their donation. And individuals will, of course, be incentivized to donate to Second Chance, as we will be a 501c3, which is a nonprofit, meaning that they receive a tax deduction every year if they donate to us. As far as our charitable contributions go, we will be donating 10% of our annual...
So going back to your
Sure.
Virtual donation appointment form, I think we asked this during the semifinals as well, and I forgot what the response was. But are you turning anything away, or are you taking everything that comes in?
We will be taking everything, however, and we'll go into this further in the presentation. We'll be curating and, of course, selecting what we actually sell, and the things that we don't sell, we'll be donating to other charities such as battered women's shelters in the area, and Kaylee will also go more into that. So picking up, customers that come into Second Chance can vote upon and submit their favorite charities, and at the end of each month, we will select one of these charities to receive our donation. Here is the Second Chance virtual in-store kiosk system. This is a software system custom made by myself using C++, Java, JavaScript, and Ruby, some languages. And on the left, you can see we have some user view screens, and on the right, some admin view screens. We have a simple homepage, catalog, product input, and admin database. Now, the purpose of this software is to allow customers to view all of our products, meaning they can see products both in warehouse as well as in store. And I will now do a brief demonstration of this fully working prototype. So if I click on Shop Now, it'll take us to the product catalog showing all of the items. And judges, would you like to select a category? All right, dresses. So if I click on dress, you can see, here's your baby blue dress. Only dresses come up, and if I go back to all, of course, it shows everything. Now on the admin side, we have the input new product screen as well as the existing product database, where items can be edited or deleted. And now back to the presentation for our market analysis.
Testing, test. Oh, there we go. Market analysis. In 2022, 52% of US consumers shop secondhand retail. Also in 2022, 60% of the Gen Z population shop secondhand retail as well. Compared to the broader retail sector used as a baseline, the secondhand retail industry is expected to grow 5 times the amount. By 2027, the secondhand retail industry is expected to reach $350 billion. Right now, as of 2024, it is at $248 billion. That is a $100 billion increase in only 3 years. Secondhand stores that leverage social media have been able to increase their sales by 36%. We included this number in our statistics because we will be using advertising to help with our sales and marketing efforts. So the average student spends about $1,846 a year on apparel and $209 on furniture and accessories. TCNJ has 7,000 students. 98% of freshmen live on campus, 88% of sophomores live on campus, and 78% of all students reside within a 10-mile radius from campus. In New Jersey, 24% of the demographic is consisted of Gen Z, and in the Ewing-Mercer area, 22% is Gen Z. Now, Gen Z is very important because it is the demographic we're going to be targeting because Gen Z is more into the sustainability and the secondhand shopping in general. Judges, as per your suggestions, we included more information about the surrounding Ewing-Mercer market size, and we found that in 2022, the Ewing-Mercer population consisted almost of 381,000 individuals, with 11.4% of those individuals in poverty. This high level of poverty suggests that a secondhand store such as ours, with more affordable prices, is beneficial, especially in this area. Oh, no. Now, as you can see right here, here's a 5-mile radius from TCNJ. In the middle is Campus Town, and within this radius, we are able to capture a total addressable market of almost 237,000 individuals. Some of our main competitors, the biggest one is Goodwill. Basically, how Goodwill works is you donate items to Goodwill. In return, Goodwill takes those items, they mark it up, and then they sell it to the surrounding community for a lot lower price than other stores. Salvation Army is similar to that. You can arrange for them to come to your house. In return, they will take those items and then bring them to an organization or charity of their choice. We included eBay because eBay is such a big online presence that they have lots of secondhand apparel, secondhand furniture, etc.
Now, our competitors are notorious for their disorganized and, frankly, overwhelming store spaces. If you've ever shopped at one of our competitors' stores, you may be familiar with some of these images. Now, as you can see on their shelves, they contain many broken, unusable, or dirty items. And at Second Chance, we want to give our customers a welcoming, inviting, and pleasing shopping experience. We stand out from our competition because of our store's organization and aesthetics. We organize our inventory based on item category and size to make it easy for our customers to find the items that they want. We'll also have a Second Chance member walking around the store at all times to make sure that our racks and shelves are organized. We also utilize our floor-to-ceiling space with specialized racks and shelving to maximize our square footage. We also curate our inventory, so we handpick the best items for our customers, unlike our competitors. Lastly, our store will be adorned with trendy and aesthetic earth tones and murals to create a visually appealing space for all those who enter our store.
Some of our other competitive advantages include that we're easily accessible because we're located in the middle of Campus Town. We can directly reach our target market of students who don't have cars or people who do not want to drive too far. We have the virtual kiosk and the website. Because our store only has limited space, customers are able to browse online on the kiosk and find items that are in our warehouse as well. So of course, it offers more flexibility in shopping options. We also have a direct connection with TCNJ because we will be located in TCNJ, we will be hiring alumni and students, so it'll kind of help with that, TCNJ inclusive environment. We will also have a strong social media presence and be consistently posting on our social media pages, which will help keep our brand up to date and build our brand. We conducted primary market research around campus, and we found that students and individuals buy clothes at least a few times a year. Regarding furniture, people also buy those a few times a year, but mostly during the beginning of school and the end of school. Most respondents said they have been thrifting, so this shows, of course, there is demand for a thrift store. And two of the most thrifted items include clothes and shoes. Of course, this will constitute most of the items in our inventory as well. Two of the main reasons why people go thrifting, number one is for fun, and number two is to save money. Of course, in this economy, everything's so expensive, so to save money is a viable option. People have either donated or sold items to a thrift store, so this will, of course, help us because it'll mean that we have a constant stream of inventory coming in. And lastly, majority of respondents said they would be interested if we opened a secondhand store at TCNJ.
Our sales and marketing. So as Alex previously mentioned, we will be utilizing social and digital media to expand our brand exposure, as well as interact with our target market and our customers. We will have pages on social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And we have created an actual Instagram with our name, Second Chance Thrifts NJ, that we'll be able to use once our business is established. We will also have a website, secondchancethriftsnj.com, where viewers will be able to see our store location, connect with our social media pages, make an appointment online to donate, and just learn more about our business. We've done the research, and this website domain is also available for us to use for our business.
Here is a live demo of our website. As you can see, we have the donation appointment form with the category pricing, explaining the different fixed prices, our services, a unique hashtag for ourselves with corresponding pictures, why Second Chance, customer testimonials, an About Us page, and lastly, another contact form to keep in touch.
We have a three-pronged promotional strategy approach. We plan to have 3 events pre-opening, 2 being pop-up shops and 1 flea market event. So we have been in communication with Jared Williams, our student body vice president, and have confirmed that we'll be able to have these events on TCNJ's campus for free in partnership with a TCNJ recognized organization. So in response to your guidance and feedback, we have been in communication with Kaya from Alpha Kappa Psi and Rachel from New Jersey Christian Fellowship, and we look forward to partnering with these organizations to have these events in the future. Our second pop-up shop will take place at Trenton Farmers Market. We've been in communication with the Trenton Farmers Market management and have secured a 3-day pop-up shop for $71 on a Friday to Sunday schedule. We will have a store grand opening in April of 2025. This is strategic as students have either already signed a lease on next year's housing or are currently looking and need furniture to make these new spaces feel like home. This also comes at a time where people are looking to add new pieces to their wardrobe as the weather gets warmer. So as you can see on the flyer that we created for our grand opening, our customers will be able to enter a raffle for a shopping spree. They'll also be able to browse amazing deals on clothing, furniture, and more, and participate in sustainable shopping, support our small business, and local Mercer County charities. Pre-opening, we plan to partner with local artisans and small businesses where we'll designate a spot in our store where they can sell their own handcrafted items for $40 a month, and those small businesses and artisans will receive 100% of the profits that are made. We plan to have flea market fundraising events, also in response to your feedback, where we'll continue to partner with TCNJ's organizations to host more flea market events where students Locals and faculty can come and participate in this event that will hold for $10 and even sell their own merchandise for $25 with a table that we'll provide for them. This will raise funds for our business. Lastly, we'll continue our marketing efforts on social media.
Judges, we also took your comments into consideration and included more ways that we could, grow our Ewing location. And the first one would be to, of course, raise the advertising budget. So when we raise the budget, we are able to access more people in our certain, demographic, our certain radius. We will also be on different, stations, news stations. We'll collaborate with local influencers to hopefully reach, PA and North Jersey. And we will partner with nonprofits such as the Rotary Club, which, of course, their values align heavily with ours with sustainability and the environment. By spreading our marketing across different channels, we're able to access, that full demographic because everyone usually spends more time on, different social media and things like that. So we will be employing a transaction-based revenue model, which basically means that we are generating profits based on tangible goods we sell. So we will, and while employing a fixed pricing approach. So how that works is basically jackets would go for $20, shirts would go for $10, etc.
Now for the finances of Second Chance. So to start us off, we'll be pulling out a $30,000 SBA loan with a 12% interest rate, and these rates were grabbed directly from SBA.gov, which is the Small Business Administration's government website. Now, this, along with our projected winnings of $30,000, we will be able to start Second Chance with essentially no debt, and the little debt that we do have for the SBA loan, we will be able to pay that off within 10 years, which is well within the rights of our loan. Here are some projections and metrics for Second Chance. We have pulled an industry average for a range of year-over-year sales increase of 7 to 17%. Now, from that range, we are using 12% as our growth rate, as that is directly in the middle of this range. Based off of that range, we predicted a profit margin of 26% for the first 3 years on average. And of course, as we stated, we'll be donating 10% of our profits for the first 3 years. However, if we continue to be increasingly profitable after this period, we may up this percentage and donate more. Below the percentages, you can see we have two graphs. On the left is strictly for our TCNJ location for sales growth versus expenses. For year one, in the blue total sales, we have $160,000, and in the green total expenses, we have $129,000. For year three, again in the blue sales, we have $203,000, and in the green expenses, we have $145,000. Now on the right is both our TCNJ location as well as our prospective future Rutgers location. Kaylee will talk more about this further along. But as you can see, year one, we have the same numbers. However, in year three, when we plan to have the second location operational, our blue total sales go up to $313,000, and our green total expenses go up to $222,000. This shows that Second Chance can be grown and scaled to size, as we can, of course, increase our sales as volume grows. Here are the first two of our financial statements for Second Chance. We have the income statement on the left and our balance sheet on the right. As far as our revenues goes, we've split up our revenues between clothing sales, furniture and other sales, pop-up shop donations, and our artisan section sales. This is also split between our Rutgers location as well as our TCNJ location.
I just wanted to see if you guys considered any grants from the community. Being with that 501c3 status, you have access to grants, which, I mean, the SBA loan is valuable, but again, you have to pay it back and with interest. So I just wanted to see if you did any research into grants from the community foundations and such.
We had planned on only going with the SBA loan just because we are making payments of $4,400 to it along with the interest annually. So we figured that since it wouldn't take too much to pay off, that we didn't need to look into grants, but that would be a good option to look into, definitely. And then after our revenues, along with all of our expenses, our year one net operating profit after taxes is $30,000. Our year two total is $42,000, and our year three profit is $89,000. And as far as the balance sheet goes, our total assets, of course, equal to our total liabilities and equities, giving us a year one total of $106,000, a year two total of $152,000, and a year three total of $246,000. Here are the second two of our financial statements. We have our statement of cash flows on the left and our expense calculations for year one on the right. As far as the statement of cash flows goes, we have a starting year one balance of $30,000 with the projected prize winnings, as well as an additional $30,000 from our SBA loan. This gives us a year one ending total of $90,000, a year two ending total of $133,000, and a year three total of $223,000. For our expenses, the primary expenses that we will have are rent for our warehouse and our two locations, as well as our employee salaries. This gives us a year one total expense of $129,000.
Finally, our future. So in response to your feedback and your suggestions, we have decided to open our second location near Rutgers, New Brunswick's campus during our second and third years of operation. This second location will allow us access to a larger target market, as Rutgers houses tens of thousands of more students than we have here at TCNJ, nearly 44,000 students. The surrounding New Brunswick area houses nearly 800,000 residents, and because of this larger population, we'll also have access to larger inventory selection. This plays into the sustainability issues that we would like to challenge in New Brunswick and give items in New Brunswick a second chance. We've identified a prime location for our second store in the Brentwood Park apartment complex. This is a 1,400 square foot space located in the heart of downtown New Brunswick. This makes it a well-known and popular spot for students and locals to shop. Now, similar to our campus town location, this second location will be walking accessible to the students in the community. Once our first two store locations are successfully established and we feel that they're meeting their purpose of providing affordable and sustainable shopping, we have identified some other locations that we'd like to open stores to fulfill our vision of creating spaces for sustainable and affordable shopping around the U.S. We have considered a location in Maryland to serve the University of Maryland, as well as a location in New York City to serve college and universities like CUNY and NYU. Now, to successfully and efficiently run both of these store locations, I will be the main manager of our Ewing location as it's in close proximity to my permanent residence. Dylan will be running our New Brunswick location, and Alex will work as a floater between the two. We thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to taking this chance with you to support better communities and create a better planet.
All right, thank you, Team Second Chance. All right, at this time, the judges are going to step away to deliberate. Some of you may need to stand up and just do a quick circulation break. Also, it is so wonderful to look around the audience and see colleagues, friends, family. I see representatives from faculty and staff all around the room as well. So if you want to use this as a short time to mingle, it'd be fantastic. And we'll be back with you shortly. right, one more round of applause for these amazing teams. These students, as well as 25 other teams, worked hard since October of last fall in developing business plans. It's a tremendous learning experience, and you can see all the work that gets invested and the heart. So congratulations to all of you. This is the end of tonight's ceremony. For the teams, we would like you to hang around, just take a few more photos for us and celebrate this moment. And otherwise, we look forward to seeing everyone back here next year.